Let's talk about backbiters. It's one of those times where you're like, what? Deb's talking about backbiters? Yes, it's become clear to me that each of us suffer from this. Have you been recently caught off guard with someone who talked behind your back? If one of those moments happen and you let it steal your energy, so let's not let it. I've suffered it too. Many times, many times. You wouldn't believe that, of course, because I smile a lot, right? But no, they still do it. People still do it. Because if you're out there doing anything, that's what people will engage with. It's been every part of my life, even in grade school and moving in the middle of the year. Had some people I thought were my friend, and then you find out, oh no, they're not talking about you that way. And I made it a pact, even in high school, that if I heard anything negative like that, usually I would address it with the person saying it and say, that's not who I know. They're great. Then I would go ahead and tell the person what they said. Sometimes it hurt to hear the lies that people were saying about other people. I know it hurt me when I would hear it. You also get it in your professional relationships. You get it in your nonprofits, in your personal relationships. How many times, it's happened. It's never easy. I would never say that it's easy when you're around people like that. Here's the truth. Healthy people don't do this. People who have really good mental health and a strong character do not engage in it. It's off the table. It's not something that they do. And those are my closest friends because I know how strong they are. They didn't get there by having an easy life because they faced it too. You will be attacked. At some point, people are going to talk trash about you. But the thing is, you don't have to say anything to them directly. You could. I'll tell you some guidelines. If you're going to talk to someone like that, you have to talk guidelines because despite what you may think, the direct approach rarely works, if ever. If you did something that just came out of you, you don't want someone judging you and tell you you're a terrible person, right? Am I going to talk to you about being a terrible person? No, you wouldn't talk to me again. So going the direct approach, even though it's fact-based, is not the way to go. Success is not a straight line. It is tempting to jump in and say something. And now that you know that for healthy people they don't backbite, think about it. Where does it come from? It comes from terrific insecurities. It's not about you. Many times when that happened, it's because the other person was engaging in it. Whatever it is they wanted to accuse me of, it's because they were engaging in it. If you've been in a situation like that recently, go ahead and share that in the comments. Tell me, what did you do? You don't have to say what they said, but just the fact that it happened to you. It just happened recently that someone shared that with me. You don't want that negativity to pull you down. You don't want it to pull you from your best. You don't want someone else's actions to change who you are. I told you the story about my former boss who used to be so gruff, wouldn't smile back. If I smiled, he'd yell at me. And then he'd yell at one of my coworkers, Chris. I told you what I recommended to him that worked quite well because we don't need to be pulled off of our game because of other people. I thought I would give you another acronym. But before I do, there were still a couple things I wanted to mention. Let me get to my notes. I was thinking about this is, remember when we used to say if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all? It's true. It's true. That was really good support and advice. It was telling us that just because someone else doesn't say it doesn't mean that if we're thinking negative thoughts, a lot of people think they have to tell you exactly what it is. I have to judge you harshly, and you need to know it because it's only for your own good. Completely ignores psychology and neuroscience and everything else. But the old guideline. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. I want to flip that to be something positive. Maybe you can provide that for me. If you listen to the negativity will consume you. It's easy. It's our mirror neurons. You can't help it if you just go to your survival mode instincts. We've talked a lot about that, about how that's an interception strategy. You're going to get exactly what you don't want. You get pulled into that, especially with backbiting. And the reason that backbiting is so significant is because it's a personal attack. You hear it through other friends. I always wonder, what are they telling them? I don't think they were telling them the same thing I was. That's not my experience. That personal attack is just so cutting, right? It's below the belt. And even worse, I've had it happen with people who live with you. We one time had a nanny, initial nanny, not the later nanny who was like Mary Poppins, but the initial nanny who really was not suited for that work. When my daughter was under a year, would tell me every day about how bad my daughter was. I mean, she's an infant. What? It was really all about this young lady who had her agenda, and that's what most people do. They have their agenda, and if everybody doesn't conform to that, then they're bad. That's the judgment. They miss so much out of life. They miss so many opportunities in life. And, when you point your finger, how many fingers are pointing back? It's like the one, don't throw rocks if you live in glass houses, because they're going to come back and hit you. You get that. Thank you, David. He's listening. Tell someone the thing you admire about what they do and start from there. Absolutely. When someone starts going into you, kill them with kindness. Tell them what you like about it. There's so many things. What I will tell you is I do have an acronym, and I hope you'll enjoy this one. It's called CALM. So when backbiters attack, you want to think about this acronym called CALM. What do you think it is? What's the C? Create space. We've talked about this. Pause, breathe. There are many ways to do that. I've given you a few. Just stop reacting in survival mode. You want to create that space, be grounded in who you are. That's the C, create space. A, align with your values, not their values. People will judge and judge harshly. You want to align with your values. When you do that, you think about what matters most. What matters most to you? When you can focus there, it becomes so much clearer about what are really good options for you to do next. But speak and act from those values. If you value honesty and kindness and love, respecting others and serving others, you will not be drawn into that drama. So that's A, align with your values. What is the L? Let it bounce off you. Don't absorb it. Let it bounce off you. People are going to say what they're going to say. It's like when you put your fingers in your ears. No, 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 no. You don't have to do it visibly. Distract yourself. Let it bounce off you. Don't let it land on you. The words are theirs, not yours. Sometimes I have to cover my heart in order to protect myself. It's very important. Let it bounce off you. Don't let them in. Do not let them get under your skin, all of that, into your heart, because I know it hurts your heart when you have backbiters. It's not about you. I'm going to keep reminding you that. What's the M? The M is to move forward with grace and your best. You know how to do that. You do not have to be drawn into their drama. You don't need to convince anybody of your worth. Not needed. The people who matter know you and understand you, love you, value you. The rest, they don't matter. They just don't matter. The backbiters will always exist. The backbiters will always be there. It doesn't just create noise, though. You have to be aware of that. It creates that vibration. It triggers mirror neurons. You don't have to match that energy. What you want to do is you want to stay your best, protect your light, your best, your peace, everything about what you're trying to achieve in life, and stay there. Stay there. So if you've been in a situation like this, go ahead and share it in the comments now. Remember that backbiters are always there. But your power isn't in fighting them. Your power is in staying calm, centered, aligned, and able to be your best self. That's what we want. Be your best self. So remember the calm. Part of that is be your best. If you hear from someone who's having this happen to them, share it with them. Help them understand. Negativity, I'm not going to say it's easy to deal with, but it can be dealt with, and you can deal with it with your best. You can lift others up who are succumbing to that. Take a look, the last talk that I gave, limits. Something will push you to a limit, whether it's a situation or a person. The backbiters, like the sting of a scorpion, can really hurt if you're just laying yourself open and letting people harm you. Even when people are trying to pull you down, let's be the people who lift others up and in service of others, coming from a place of love. If that's something you can do, please share it. Please say, yep, that's me. Thank you for joining me today and talking about a subject that hurts everyone if we don't deal with it in a positive, productive way at our best. So give us your best and stay calm. Aloha.